Okay. Let's go.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
Hi,
We're looking for
Randolph.
Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner?
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
All right, we just starting off with like an exposition dump. Nice. Okay, so Thomas Zane. Gonna keep that name in mind.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure.
Oh my God, they
Jagger's a
were
local spook
roommates.
story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Pretty late to ask that question, huh? Knock knock.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry!
Well,
What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Same.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting.
Nice shrine, Rose.
About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Rose
Oh,
took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
you didn't even set up Barry, you just left him like this, huh?
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. Have a nice day. Come back.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Ah, poop. So the police is definitely gonna ask some questions about this. But we are the victims.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM. Hey, it's Walt Snyder. What's on your mind, Walt? Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well,
That wasn't there before. No, we've met the sleep paralysis demon. It's the lady in the funeral gown.
Get it now.
Ah, dang it.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
This really is American police.
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
didn't leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Take it easy.
Well, we're back in the forest. Alan still doesn't have any cardio. But at least we're not fighting shadow people this time. Is this better? Mm. I can't get through there anyway.
Oh, damn.
Ow. Come on, Alan, just a little bit more. It's going downhill, it's a little bit easier now.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Oh. Wasn't me.
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over. Nightingale, over.
Search the area. Stay sharp.
Just keep moving.
This way. Over here.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
For once, the darkness is actually kind of helpful, huh? Kind of.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
And there it goes. Ooh. That's a big boom for a helicopter. Woof. Oh, hey, thermos.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Oda Scotch about him, you know.
Oh, the Scotch.
Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Oh yeah, I bet it does.
Oh, it literally says a radio station on it.
Mulligan out.
Whoops. Didn't want to. The Fed. But yeah, it looks like Rose and Barry are in custody now. Which also, I guess, means they're safe?
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Ah, leave them.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Alright, give me that flashlight. Give me that torch. Oh, generator? Thermos?
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Nah, fix it, eh? Now if I could just determine what it actually does. Oh, there's a cable running. Oh, wow. How did I miss the big searchlight over there? Alright, one more time. Oh, I actually don't know why he's called Cable. Cause he's a boomer. Haha. Okay. Okay, you. Sit down. Yeah. I'm not touching the darkness gate. I'll just get my torch and be on my way.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Yeah, I guess they're kind of more helpful than the flares. Well, depends on what you want to do. The flares make a nice little don't touch me zone. I don't have a gun, so I'm just gonna leave. leave. Thank you very much. Oh! Okay, that changes things. The flashbangs just make them disappear.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on
A big ruckus.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on?
Goodbye. Ow. Killer aim on that guy. Wow. Flashbang. Alright, Alan, we're almost there.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place
It's a
like
trailer park. That's where the poor people live.
The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Oh, she actually says that. Wow. Holy shit, Laura.
Sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
Well,
Oh, and she plays the I've been here before those people card. Nice. Alright, Pat. The Night Owl. All night, every night. Wow, that's quite a schedule.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan
Oh,
Wake
Pat,
just
don't
called me
announce me,
first.
please.
I'm gonna see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt her.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
So graceful.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Well, back in the
Gale
woods.
stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around. Started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
It it is a pretty sucky vacation so far. Day 1, wife disappears. Oh. And every night fighting shadow monsters. Day 2, sanity disappears. Yeah. Finally. Gun.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Weird how that works. Yeah, thank you, Graffiti. I know. What's a weird glitch? God damn it. No. Is it graffiti left by Rose then? Oh, that was actually the way to continue. Whoops.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
I mean, I don't need my gut. I can tell you Agent Nightingale is an asshole. Telephone.
Hello?
The most
Moshi
stubborn
Moshi?
man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Why do they call it the Divine Comedy if it's not very funny? Single man jump scare. Oh no, there's more. Well, at least I can now pick up the ammo. Unless that spawns more dudes. Nice breathing. I also feel like, just talking about this call with Alice just a moment ago, I feel like if this game had been made like more contemporary, they would have put like some weird like voice filter on Alice in that phone call.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
So yeah, this kind of
I could
spoils
see a railway
something.
bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
So far we've been pretty light on enemy types. We had like the fast guys with the knives, we have the basically normal guys, and then we have like big guys that are slower but take longer to dispel their like darkness barrier. We're about to see another type of enemy in this game, and it's floating objects, just possessed objects flying at you.
The darkness that was pursuing
Oh,
me was
hello.
growing stronger, and it was taking...
Oh, I thought I could make that.
Warehouse of some sort on the opposite
Oh,
shore.
this far back.
I hoped I could find a car from there.
I was hoping it would be rats. Sadly, no rats. Darkness has no interest in possessing rats.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Wow. Extremely rude. But yeah, flying objects are kind of easy to deal with. You just need to shine the light at them until they die. The problem is, there's usually a lot of them. Propane.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
I do wonder how much...
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
I do wonder how much of the floating objects, enemies design is just based on, hey, this is the 360 era. We finally have enough computing power to make like physics engines. Let's just throw stuff at the player. We can make the polygons move, but not just move. We can make the polygons move in like a consistent way. You know, and that was a lot of the 360 era. Fucking Sonic 06 has so many like physics. Gave Tails a physics-based weapon where he just throws rings at enemies. Also, I just picked up a heavy-duty flashlight. Basically just means I can use the focus mode longer before I have to replace the battery. Honestly, I think Tails' weapon in Sonic 06 is kind of cute. It's pretty bad as far as weapons go, but it's kind of cute. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing about Sonic 06. There's worse stuff. I did not, thank you. I just kinda cornered myself there by accident. Also gotta remember I have a flare gun if things get really hairy. Although I do know a place, if this isn't the chapter I'm thinking of, then there's a place where I can use the the flare gun to great effect. In light you can hurt them. I know, Graffiti, thank you. I've been doing this for 3 chapters now. Night Springs episode.
Our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are...
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Ow! The heck? Here lies Alan Wake, run over by a construction machine. Goodbye. Also, this weird jingle you keep hearing, that's the Epic Games achievement system. I know they're not picked up on the recording, but if you've been wondering what that weird jingle was, that's that. Yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not sure how to put it. Epic Games did pay Remedy some exclusivity, and that's why Alan Wake 1 Remastered and Alan Wake 2 are Epic Games exclusives, at least so far. Oh, thank God I went back into the light, because apparently I didn't tag the checkpoint when I went through. Oh.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Okay, so this was not the end of the chapter yet. But we are back in the sunlight, so... Also, Alan, we could have just used the car a little bit further. I don't know. Alan is not voiced by Chris Pratt, so it can't be. Not yet. I'm not sure if Remedy would do that, actually. Yes. Also, I did watch the Mario movie finally, like a few weeks ago. Man, I knew it would be like this, but Chris Pratt is absolutely like the worst voice in the entire movie. Because he just doesn't act. It's so weird. Yeah, he just kind of reads his lines in his normal voice. There's like a little bit of Italian in Italian in quotation marks at the beginning, but that just kind of gets lost as the movie goes on. Yeah, wow, they just make me walk all over here, huh? There's like nothing. You could have just put me right here. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, it was the amount of foliage in this game. It was a little bit impressive on the 360. I gotta say. But it's all forest all the time. The DLC, the DLC does get better about this. The DLC is not just forest. The DLC is actually, from what I remember, visually not generally better, but it does have more variety in the landscapes. Like it still takes place in Bright Falls, but it's more creative in how it uses the town. You know, I'm actually kind of excited to revisit the DLC because the DLC also, like, this game is gonna end with some really open questions, and the DLC will finally actually get into it. Like, I guess that's kind of a spoiler. Like, we're not gonna find out everything in the main game. And I mean, there is an Alan Wake 2. And people have been waiting for an Alan Wake 2 for years because even with the DLC and that, like, weird Xbox 360 arcade sequel, there was a bunch of open stuff still. Couldn't fit it on the disc. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, now I get the car. Wait, could I have actually just used the car the entire time? Did I walk for nothing? Is this on me? Did I complain for nothing? But then why would the cutscene put me outside the car?
Listening to KBF FM, folks. I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now.
I'm so peeved right now.
People just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last
Ooh, I'm so peeved. I'm not even sure why I'm going exploring. It's not like I have, like, guns in this part of the game. I guess there's the thermoses, but I also said I don't really care if I miss any, so... Alright, let's drive. Oh my god! car has a booty to it. Holy shit. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't drive full speed ahead. Well, that was funny. Oh. Insurance will pay for that.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
The Bright Falls Mining Company, right, we did hear about this in the other chapter. Many immigrants. Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes. Weird. Oh, also, since 1878? Didn't that lady say her grandfather came here in 1911? So she's not even one of the OGs. OG families, I should say. She's also not an OG.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Cool, so the FBI agent, not our biggest fan? Ah, the volcanic eruption that just deleted the island of the lake. And also apparently killed 32 miners. A lot of death for a small town like this.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Well, we're back at night. At least I still have my stuff.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by you.
You want to see your wife alive? Because if you do,
Yes, preferably.
Watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Well, I thought lighting a flare here would be a big gotcha, but nope. Leave the building. Oh, thermos. Old museum thermos.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
I was not on the ball there. That was completely my bad. That's better. Okay. Ooh, we have flashbangs again. That's good. Gonna keep those in my back pocket. Well, I'm sure this thing will break free at some point. Oh, I don't have any summer left. For 6 months, yeah. I'm not a Twitch partner, I don't have subs. How am I supposed to get out here? Oh. Do I have to? Oh, there we go. Was wondering where it went. Well, I was gonna open it anyway, because I need to get through here. Oh.
What the hell?
Is this good? Is this good? Did we want this? Is this good?
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
any damage to the car? No. Oh, that's a trap. Yep. Ha ha ha! Avoided that encounter. Oh, it's hella dark in here though. Hello. Can I help you? Oh, that was the flare gun. That was an accident. Did not mean to use that here. Stomp, 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 stomp. Why did he not just write a bunch of Yo Mama jokes? Good question. That wouldn't be very helpful in my situation, though. You just pick up a manuscript and it just says Yo Mama. Like, thanks, future me. Oh, the monsters too. Okay.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Hello? Yes? Yes.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
I'll gladly take them, though. Okay, we're going in the opposite direction then. Ah. The dark puddles are back. The one other enemy type still. That's a 4 for 1. Nice. Hey, Prin. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's announcing subs. I'm still not a partner. I don't have subs.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Just hanging. More flashbangs. And flare gun ammo. Nice. Ah, of course. I still had the flare gun equipped. No, wait, it switched to the flare gun because I picked up ammo. Dang it. Aw, dang it. Oh, thermos. Oh, 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 don't fall.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Upgraded shotgun. Super shotgun. So wait. Hello. Where does this way lead then? More enemies. Oh, so it's both paths that just lead to the same thing. Okay. Really? Nothing here? Okay. Time to get a move on. Hit for the bright light. Game really doesn't want me to run when there's enemies around. Concerning.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
That's a new one. Alright, Mr. Shifty. Turns out we do have another enemy type. Oh, he got stuck. Nice. Are you gonna attack me or are you just gonna walk around me? Ooh, scary. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Yeah, this is gonna fly at me. Or not?
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Come on, man. Anything in here? Can I even get inside there? Doesn't look like it. Oh, manuscript.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Oh, almost fell, but only almost. Maxed out on batteries. Well then. Throw for content. Oh, is this what the darkness is doing? It's throwing objects at me for content. Eh? Eh? It's okay, I deserve this. Safe haven.
I needed a key for the door.
It's locked. How's the safe? Oh hey, the key. Never mind. Oh. Thermos.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Uh-oh. Do I want the hunting rifle or the shoddy? I think I'm gonna stick with the shoddy.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Thank you for your kind message, kidnapper. Alright. And this time, switching to the revolver ahead of time. Weird mountain trying to breathe at me. Come on, Alan. Get your stamina back.
Birds.
Got him. Woohoo! The music is so energetic and it's just I'm fighting birds. Hmm. Yes, my love? Oh, come on, Alan. More flares.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
Guess I'm not going that way. I am going that way, though. Man, this chapter is long. I thought I could do 2 chapters today, but maybe not.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Suddenly, Zelda puzzles. Oh. I mean, he could have just held on to the ledge there.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Yeah, it has to be like this. Although I guess I can look over here. Ah, okay, so I just misread where I was supposed to go. Gotcha. Guess Alan is no Tomb Raider. That wasn't even a joke. What even was that? Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's just a fun fact. That's just a truth. Like, we're not even in a tomb. And the game is also not called Tomb Raider. Like, it's just a fact. Alright, almost at the lookout. For real this time. Birds. Okay, what's that down there? Is that just a mining town?
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
You know what? We have 10 shots of the flare gun. Let's live a little. We're gonna lose it between chapters anyway. Huh. Did the flare just fall through the floor? Interesting. Oh, completely missed. Never mind, I'm losing flare gun privileges. Extremely rude. I was going that way. Did not think that guy was still alive. Oh hey, it's the lake. I mean, considering there's Alan Wake 2, no, he's not gonna be okay after this vacation. This vacation is gonna do so much damage to him. Also, I think it's longer than a weekend because DFS is happening in a week. And I think they're here for DFest. Maybe Alan Wake 2 is Alan seeking help. Maybe. Alan goes to therapy. It's kind of how they made like a Matrix movie, and it's like a fourth Matrix movie, and it's just dissecting the movie industry. Ooh, I like the upgraded shotty. "11 flare gun shots." Yeah, I should actually just use it. Use it or lose it.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Oh, okay. I guess we're pushing. I guess we're kicking. Oh yeah, this might be actually where I wanted to save the flare gun ammo for. But first let's have a look around. Give me the thermos. Oh. CW and TZ. I assume TZ is Thomas Zane. Did you write this? Dum 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 dum. Cool. Oh, I can't get out of there. Okay, well. You talk to me on TV. Oh, there's... Right, that makes sense. Come on, Alan. Or not. Can't see bit in here? Oh. Well. I will take the extra flares, thank you. But also I still have flashbangs, so... Okay, maybe it's not the place I was thinking of. Oh, actually, perfect, guys. I have just the thing for you. Whoop. I wonder if you know where the floor breaks, if you can just, like, skip that fight. Or if it forces you down there. No skipping. Right, yeah, we're playing the entire video game.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Maybe Alan is getting that therapy sooner than you think.
Wait! That you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
Maybe he's already getting the therapy.
Get away! Sorry. Please, late. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make him play ball. You see? They get him writing for us.
Well, they don't have my wife.
Please.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please.
And that's how chapter 3 ends. Or episode 3, sorry. Episode 3. But since I still have a little bit of time, let's just start episode 4.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
That's a lie. Ironically.
Shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Please endeavor to remember it. Hello.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Oh, I got a name plaque and everything. Maybe this isn't so bad.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct
Some
is
kind
to
of
resist me.
fighting
Think about it.
fantasy.
Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
There's still an alive person because I don't have my guns. And also he's not a shadow person, so I don't think I can even shoot him. Even if I had them.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Very
Cauldron Lake
foggy.
spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
The man obviously loves his own voice is such a funny line coming from somebody who's been narrating the entire game.
I dug my nails into the palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah, I wonder if
sorry.
this is mocap. I don't think it is.
That's
It's a little bit too rough to be mocapped.
We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve some small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
Oh, he works on video
No
games.
kidding.
That explains everything.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Periods of creativity. Engagement therapy, TM. And its system method, the flow, TM.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Where were you keeping that?
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense. Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Tom!
Yeah, where
got
is
any
Zane?
booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed! Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Huh.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
Oh, Thermos?
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Huh. I wonder what's that about. What that's about.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I'm always cool.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench. Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office room from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
It's time to pay the piper. Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled, adult, diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Bert.
I like these two.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Oh yeah.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording. The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously, do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I'm famous.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Yes, goons, like the original word goon. Not what it is now.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Ow, ow, ow. Okay, okay, okay. Quick time event to open the door. Mash the button. Oh. Nope. We're not going that way.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
This time we have a gun, but no light. Hartman is gonna be very upset when suddenly all of the furniture is gone. Ow. Darkness is very upsetty spaghetti right now. Ow. Okay. Whoops. There we go, the infinitely respawning flare. It's just... Ah, okay. There we go. Had to keep it centered.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Come on. And we're moving. Ah, poop. Barry, you seeing this shit, right?
The gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Oh, the hedge maze.
Barry,
Fun.
I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh God! Look at the house, Al. Look out!
That's weirdly reassuring.
Oh, geez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
I'm working on it. Immediately run into a dead end.
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around!
Don't trust Emil. Okay.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Al, be careful! I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
Okay.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3 pills in the evening.
Ooh, almost got me there. Stupid birds. Oh, more stuff. Please give me some more stuff. Shotgun. It's not the pump action one, but I'll take it.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
I'm not a speedrunner, but yes, I should actually call them jerkbirds. They are pretty jerkbirds in this game, so. You just kind of manifested, wow. I mean, at least we're not in the forest right now. Just kind of running circles around the clinic.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Hey, Barry.
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it! Be here! Come on, Al!
Is it gonna take exactly as long as it takes me to kill these guys? Oh, I'm out of flares. Oof. Dang it. I thought I still had a flare. Ah, no. Gotta be more conservative with the flares.
Hurry up, Barry!
Just hang on, Al!
Where's the other big guy? Oh. Yep, I'm on my way. Let's get out of here.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Yeah, Barry's a bro. Like he had so many chances to just leave. I also like that he brought the cutout with him.
Crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
Welp.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Oh no.
Barry!
I would really like my guns though.
Man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Thanks, Barry.
Get that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Ah! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Ah! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's a Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Barry knows what he's doing, sometimes. Look, I still don't have a gun, so I know the game can't hurt me in any way that matters. Never mind. Shouldn't have said anything. There we go. Alright, alright. Turn the light back on. Jeez.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch. and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Huh. Yeah, you have fun down there. I'm just gonna grab this thermos. Ah, dang it. It's all enemies, it always has been.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Oh! Well, that's one way to get down here. Was there anything this way? Doesn't look like it.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Why music? Oh, there they are. Of course it's 3 this time. Dang it. Ah, dang it. It keeps automatically reattaching him to the to the generator.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna make a beeline directly to the generator. Ah, dang it. Okay. just gonna ignore the generator and just keep moving. Generator is a trap. Rude!
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Heavy duty flashlight. Don't mind if I do.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
But Barry said to come to the farm.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Oh, thank God, some flares. Oh, more pages. Oh no, this is bear traps. Ha! Almost got tricked again. I really should just not say anything. Ow! I was walking around that one. I mean, to be fair, I didn't get tricked. I just kinda didn't see it. Like, getting tricked would have been if I confused it with the light of the manuscript pages.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before. Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
No revolver this time, we're just straight up going to the shoddy. Okay. Oh, and you can absolutely just walk past this, huh? This is a bad trap. the aim on this guy? I don't care about the damage. The heal is right there. Teehee, toohoo. Alright, let's see who's in the cabin.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
Well then.
The front door was locked.
I'm sure he's fine.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
Well, good job, Alan. It's the weirdest lucid dream. Yeah, kind of.
Let me guess. Danny, huh? The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Oh hey, look, a car.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all,
Let's not drift
I
off the
made this
cliff
all
again.
myself. But
Oh.
Barry was Barry.
No, I'm not gonna jinx myself. This time. Anything I can grab from this house? Think of the eclipse, the engagement. Oh yeah, there's something in here. It's breathing at me once again. And that just leads back, okay. Rude. Well, from here on we go on foot. Oh, that seems like the way they want me to go. Ha! Idiot! Spawned directly under the light. Huh. Fireworks.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn!
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out!
So this is the sequence that most people remember from the first game. Ow. Where did you guys come from? Yeah, it's the fake band, fake real band.
Here we go! Barry Wheeler to the rescue!
Oh, heavy duty lantern. Working on it.
Oh no, no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Please, please, please!
Where the heck did you just... So the heavy-duty lantern is the best flashlight in the game. It doesn't have the battery life of the heavy-duty flashlight, but it just destroys the enemy so much quicker. And that's the end of the song. Time to go. I mean, I'm also playing on easy, so. But yeah,
Awesome!
this is the first time they give you the
Bright
heavy-duty
Falls, rock and roll
lantern.
capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Time to get blasted on moonshine. Oh, thank God, you brought the
See,
cutout.
bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me. Hey, I think Alan
Oh.
Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very
Goddamn.
mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Sleep. We all spend a third of our
Night
dreams in its
Springs.
soft embrace,
Man,
somewhere
brings back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
have a
real
way of
writing
forcing
job. What got
themselves
you
into
started?
waking life,
Oh, is this one of
or
your
vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape
That's a neat detail.
only to be brought to a sudden
That
stop
Alan used to be a writer on Night Springs. Actually, kind of forgot about that. It's not that important anyway, so. Oh, there's the stairs.
Guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
I just like the idea of this cosmic horror being looking at like two metalheads and just
The Viking
going,
boat looked imposing.
"You
almost
guys will
like
do.
a battering ram.
This'll do." Oh. No Canada to us? Yeah, sadly. Nice ambush. Nice ambush. You weren't even trying. Are we good now? Or are there more?
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Yeah, just don't touch the cable, it's fine. Just don't get electrocuted. Hi, Barry.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Okay.
Be careful, Al!
Always. Ah, goes further up.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Even further up? And even further up.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
Then how would you prefer to things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild.
Oh, it is pretty wild.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
They had the goods. Yeah, I mean, come on, Alan. They've been helping you. No need to insult them.
Got to be kidding me.
Once again, the game is not great with boss fights. Is that real? I mean, yeah, hard mode, but also, like, I evaded the boss, like, twice. And that was it. As long as you kept the light on it, no chance. Although, I guess it's probably a one-hit kill, like, if it rolls you over with the front part of the harvester. Alright, let's get Barry out of here.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, let's go, man.
Oh, right, he left a cutout behind. I was concerned for a second.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. It's pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Valhalla.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
I want to play by Danny DeVito, yeah. Although I think Danny DeVito is too old now. Old goats know the truth. Just act young. Yeah, just do what Disney does. Just let Disney, like, digitally make you younger.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Fuse box is upstairs. That's interesting.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome. Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course, we need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be. Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Put up a lot of resistance there.
I'm sorry about Alice. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I miss my wife,
know,
Barry.
I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Oh, thank God the cutout is okay. Sinister cutout. Alright, the missing week.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
This moonshine ain't shit immediately passes out.
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You laugh.
Oh, I entered the room and now it doesn't let me leave.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
I will be your editor.
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. We'll know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my barber a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast.
The ideal time to
It
drive a
had
car.
cost Zane terribly, thrown him even even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Hey, perfect. Another great stopping point. Yeah, I definitely wanted to do the concert stage today.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Alright.
Under the influence of the dark presence.
Can I... There we go. There I can quit the menu. Yes. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so that's another 2 chapters down. I did look. The main game only has 6 chapters, so we are like 2/3 of the way through now. I don't know if the chapters... Well, okay, chapter 3 was pretty long, so... chapter 5 or 6 can also be pretty long. Yeah, I'm glad you're digging it. It is a pretty good game. Not mechanically, but story-wise, still pretty good. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for maybe the finale already of the base game. Also, we didn't have any graphical glitches this time. Because, as it turns out, if you just enable VSync, that stuff doesn't happen. That's like the one thing I found online is, yeah, just turn on VSync and you don't get those weird glitches. I mean, we still had some with the like rainbow colors in the top left corner, but those just disappear on their own, and that's not bad at all. But yeah, next time, maybe the finale already, but at least chapter 5. See you then. Bye-bye.